Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer. I have put myself in a little bit of a position here. I really don't want to lose all these units. Like, okay, zombies, whatever. But we have, like, some serious veterancy on some real units. And even though Vlad gives a ton of XP to his units passively, losing these things would mean that we have to do some build-up again. And, like, this Vargulf is a total monster. We don't want to lose this. So the question is, how are we going to rescue Vlad from Kislev? And I guess, how quickly can I wipe out Kislev after doing it? We're definitely going to have to deal with some of these other armies as well. I kind of put myself in a little bit of a position here. Abarash maybe shouldn't have run north. My plan was to have him help Isabella smash through all these northern armies. But maybe he should have gone after Dmitri instead. Does Castle von Rucken have a... oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. No, I don't have a garrison. I recolonized it too recently. And I don't suppose...
By Sigma's will, come in peace.
I know I didn't ask you to to go to war with Kislev, but... they really like Kislev too. I'm assuming that would be low. Yeah. Never mind, I'm not going to strain the diplomacy. I shouldn't... going to war with Kislev was impulsive. Well, let's make the best of it. So, what exactly are we looking at here? There's a lot of units, mostly chariots, for some reason. I guess the question is, do I think Isabella can take one of these guys right now? Probably the answer to that is no. I guess we could just leave Prague, let it fall. It's a little awkward though because it's hard for her to get through here at all without going past them, and I'd really like her to be able to get to Abarash's army. This is where the movement through the underways movement mode would be really helpful. Also, it's possible that I've over-specialized her army because really, she's like very few bodies in total here. Alright, how are we going to save Vlad? I guess the only thing we can really do is... Oh, I can't make a run for the bridge because this Chaos Army stopped moving in such a position that it completely blocks the whole end of my movement. I am annoyed. If I move out to here, I will definitely get attacked by all these armies. And I don't really want to move to this side of the river because then she's stuck over here. I think we maybe just have to wait in Volksgrad for a turn. Let Abarash come further north. And hopefully Kislev doesn't attack Vlad. And if they do, then, you know, we will survive if we lose him. He'll come back eventually, and we'll just rebuild the army, but it will be a total bummer. Also, Chaos has way too many heroes running around. I kind of wish that the upkeep for heroes scaled, like, maybe exponentially. Just so that, you know, like, it's easy to have one, or two, or three, and it becomes extremely difficult as it goes on. It should be somewhat unreasonable to have 15 heroes.
Thou shalt treat me with the respect I...
What? Karakern? Yes, fine. Every once in a while, somebody agitates, I declare war on Karakern, they sue for peace. You know, that's just what our relationship is like. It's our thing. Well, this sucks. Plus 15 speed. Let's give a speed bonus to... I don't know. Somebody's about to die, so... You. Okay. We're not gonna auto-resolve. We're gonna actually fight this, because this is one of those situations where I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose, but I think it would be really beneficial if we could hurt this army as much as possible on the way out. Now, I've been relying on Vargulfs as, like, combat monsters, right? They just get in there and they tear everything up. But it's worth noting that Vargulfs have the poor leadership trait. They have low leadership, and they will not respond well to our entire army falling apart in front of them. So I'm a little concerned about him. We're definitely going to want to keep him close to Vlad to take advantage of Vlad's leadership aura. I mean, to be perfectly honest, looking at this, it doesn't look like I should necessarily be doomed. The 3 units of knights are really the scary part here. I think our force can handle archers pretty well. They do have a wizard, and I don't know off the top of my head what kind of wizard that is. The little icon down at the bottom. Oh, here we go. Lore of Heavens. So he's a heavens wizard. Celestial magic. So he's probably going to do, like, Starfall and stuff. That's pretty cool, I guess. But a wizard. I think we can handle a wizard. Basically, my concern is dealing with these knights. Now, we have our own knights, and our knights are lance knights, so they're particularly good against other cavalry, but they're severely outnumbered. We have a single unit of spears, and then beyond that, it's just kind of little punk undead on the ground who are going to get horribly murdered. We do have the White King, and he's... Did I put him on a horse? I did, okay. The being on a horse makes you far less susceptible to being knocked around, which is good, because my primary concern with their knights is that they're going to charge us over and over again and keep knocking us down. Yeah, it looks like all of my important characters have horses. Also, I guess I never looked at the Blood Knights up close, but these are really cool looking units. If I had a better graphics card or more video RAM, it would probably look a lot better. Unfortunately, I've had to set all the graphics to pretty low. So everything in Vlad's army has Vanguard deployment. I'm wondering if the best thing to do would just be to deploy as close to them as possible, because I don't really want to deal with being shot with their mortar, and then as we approach we get peppered with crossbow bolts. Like, why don't we just start right up in their business? And we can settle anywhere outside of the big white rectangle. Alright, let's... Actually, Vargeist out to the side I like. Dire Pack out to the side I like. I think we want this guy on this side. He's probably going to be pretty resistant to cavalry charges. Vlad does not have a mount, and I think he doesn't even have an option for a mount, right? Which unfortunately means that if he gets cavalry charged, he's probably going to be tossed off his feet. I don't necessarily know that the cavalry charge is going to own him or anything, but it's gonna prevent him from fighting. Alright, I don't think I want to gamble for power. I think I'm pretty happy with our starting power, and I think this might be it. This might be the situation. Now, we can open up. Starting up this far means that we can open up with a black sun pretty quickly. Or, sorry, a purple sun. A purple whole sun. I guess just... If I put it on the cavalry, it might toss them around a little bit. I don't think cavalry get tossed around, though. Maybe the best thing to do would be to just put it on these guys. Let's try it out and see what its effect on cavalry actually is. Alright, Diedrich does not have any magic. He's just ground pounding. Okay, actually, you guys... trying to figure that out. See if you can get on those horses. You guys just kind of... with maximum shambling. And then, as ever, we're going to be a little bit more careful with our crypt ghouls, because they can be used to actually flank and stuff, since they don't move at ace nail pace. And you guys... get around the side. Now, I think I want to keep my knights nearby, but not engaged, because I want to wait for their knights to charge, and then I want to charge them in the side. By the way, notice that we are already getting casted on over here. You can see it's, some stuff is going to fall on us. Let's plan to ride the melee dudes out fast. We'll minimize the effect of this spell. So actually, I probably should have pulled the knights over to this side, huh? She's still casting. And it took so... Wow! Holy shit! It took so long to cast the spell that even though I cast it in front of the knights, they rode all the way through to the other side of it, and then she got one shot by whatever that spell is. Holy crap! Holy crap, it obliterated her. Okay. I'm starting to see why the game suggested that we might lose this one. Alright, I think I want the Vargulf to ride right into these knights. Run right into these knights. So, Invocation of Nehek can heal a unit that hasn't actually been damaged yet, right? Like, if I throw it on these Crypt Ghouls, they'll just go up. I don't know if the health cap for a unit is the top of its health bar, or if it's where the, sorry, forgot to do that. Or if it's where the unit started the battle. Okay, so you can see charges are much less effective against horse units because they don't get tossed aside. Alright. Time to move fast, guys. Other units of cavalry are too up in our business. Alright, some of the zombies need to turn around. If we can just muck these guys up. Alright, you need to hit that. And you guys need to get over here. Let's see if we can kill this wizard off, because his spells are apparently incredibly terrifying. On the whole, though, I think that I think this is going to go really poorly. It's not really a surprise. Yeah, I had ordered this guy to ride directly into the enemy knights, or to run directly into the enemy knights, and he elected to instead fight spearmen, which I hate. Let's see if I can get him to disengage. Okay. So these knights are a little bit distracted right now. We don't really have a lot of dudes who can just, like, brace and take a charge. This is the big downside of having almost no skeletons. Alright, we're getting into their back lines now. Unfortunately, we don't have any magic anymore. Basically, all we have access to is the Invocation of Nehek. So when I overcast this... Can't overcast this. It just affects one allied unit. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you can see this white bar, I think, is the health regeneration cap, so it does look like it's whatever their starting HP for the battle was. Alright, let's put the Vargulf back together. And increase the armor-piercing damage of... I don't even know, man. Of this guy. Where's he at? How's he doing? He's doing okay. Now keep in mind, we have a lot of bad units, but we also do have... Really? Did both of them... Okay, the Vargeists are dead. The dogs are doing a good job on the mortar guy, but the mortar guy is also not our primary concern, I guess. This is a bunch of crossbowmen who just don't have a flag. For some reason, where's their flag? Huh. We really should try to get onto the wizard, basically, is my point. The artillery is going to be less effective now that everybody's engaged already. So I think it would be nice if we could keep the wizard from casting these spells. Alright. He's doing a good job. If the Vargulf can just finish off their lord. He's so close.
I will.
Yeah, he's got to turn back around. He can't keep chasing this guy. Alright. Invocation's available again. This time Diedrich's getting it, no question. We are falling apart. We're falling apart in a way that's fairly, pretty much exactly what I would have expected, but to a greater extent, even. Right. Hit these guys now that they're engaged and otherwise occupied. Alright, I think it's time to start fucking up these archers. It looks like we've mostly dealt with their melee troops. The biggest threat now is the combination of knights and archers. Hopefully Vlad can give them a little something to think about. Where's Diedrich? Alright, we're spooking him. The Vargulf's actually doing pretty good work. What is this? This is spears? Who do I have left? See if we can commit something to them. Because I doubt that the crypt ghouls are helping very much against the knights. No, 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 no. Oh, here you go. Here's your target. There we go. Alright, enemy lord dead. We might be able to do some serious morale damage now. Yeah. Well, we can hack Diedrich again. Diedrich can finish off these spears. Or these archers. It looks like Vlad is just straight running down knights. Is he actually able to do that? I know he's fast, but... The Vargulf is doing remarkable work. Even Vargulf relative, I'm very impressed with him. You. Remaining unit of zombies. I'll tell you what, I don't exactly know what veterancy does. I mean, I know it's plus stats, obviously. But I don't know, like, what stats. Actually, I'm going to run him around this way. Alright, don't let that guy get back into the fight. Oh, here comes the spell. Okay, it looks like it's easy enough to dodge. I just needed to ride that vampire out of it at the beginning. Okay. Diedrich is doing some fine work. Vlad, buff yourself. Lower the health, or lower the combat stats of some guys. These guys. Alright. Vlad's in a little bit of danger. Looks like I can heal the Vargulf up a little bit more. Vlad, are you killing them? What's going on here? Alright. So most of their archers are fleeing, at least. I can't believe it. They actually broke. We even still have zombies left, if you can believe that nonsense. So all their characters are dead, right? The White King is doing fine work. Oh, I haven't been using his, I gave him abilities. I don't know if I can actually affect the, who gets injured after the end battle button comes up. It may be that this is all just, like, ornamental for me to play with. Oh, man, I hit heroic killing blow, and he did no damage during its duration. I want to see him get one more hit, though. Get him. There's no escape. Dude, Vampire Count heroes seem to be incredibly good at combat. Like, unbelievably. Yeah, get him. You can get one more. Oh, no, he didn't die. Come on, swing. Aw, okay. It says not to celebrate, that this victory was close, and that I should be embarrassed. But you know what? I'm celebrating. That was fantastic. That was a fantastic outcome. So there are 7 units remaining. Vlad, a White, a Vargulf, and I think 4 zombies. And at this point, I would put that up against the force he has remaining. No question. I think Vlad could kill most of this army by himself right now. Although I really underestimated how powerful Diedrich was going to be. I assumed that because we built him 4 campaign actions and we didn't put any points into his yellow line at all, he was going to be kind of crummy. But honestly, he extremely showed up there. He did a lot of work. And, I think maybe White Kings are just, like, super great at combat, and if you yellow line focus them, maybe they're as good as a Vargulf or something, because his output there was incredible. And he took very little damage. I healed him at one point, but he didn't really need it. I did not see what happened to our vampire. Was she wounded, or did she die? Because if she died, I'm going to be really sad. That was a well-developed caster. She's just wounded. It's a lot less worrying. So if I take this, I will get back a couple of wolves, one knight and a couple of ghouls, it looks like. I'm going to take the dominate captives for sure. Alright, do not underestimate vampires and vargulfs, apparently. Yeah, I kind of thought I was going to be able to wrap things up with chaos and then push after Kislev. Oh, man. That's the war band of chaos, right? Or the war herd of chaos. How do they have so many men? We need to get Vlad over here and lightning strike these stacks down one by one. This kind of stuff is the whole reason that I wanted to get lightning strike so quickly. Alright, is it finally my turn? Vlad von Karstein has become the master of the black arts. How did that happen? Does he just get that for free at a certain level, or... Huh. The winds of magic themselves present little challenge to von Karstein. Yeah, I guess it's just a trait he gets. I successfully beat up that dude and got a ward save talisman. Don't feel bad about that. And yeah, there's lots of raiding going on and all kinds of things. Everything's terrible everywhere. Why can I not collect my army? Or select my army? There we go. For some reason I had to select something else first, I guess. Okay, she lived. And in fact, she wasn't actually even really wounded. Like, she didn't go to the wounded menu and then have to be reselected. So that's cool. We are definitely pulling in any bodies we can get here.
I am unstoppable.
Let's get some vengeance, shall we? Supernatural horror indeed. It seems like Vlad beats basically anybody if he can just stick around long enough, so I think I'm actually going to pick up health on him. Plus, I think it's a little bit more important with your lords to survive. In general, I tend to go for offensive abilities over defensive abilities. Functioning on the idea that it's like it's more important to prevent enemies from attacking you in the future than it is to survive this attack. But I think with a lord, that's not necessarily the case, because you really want them to be generating their leadership effect. Alright, let's punk these guys real fast. My experience has been that the auto-resolve bar really overvalues... it really overstates the degree to which a winner will win and the degree to which a loser will lose. So if the bar is really full in one direction or the other, the auto resolve will basically exaggerate the effect. This is crazy. I keep doing that. Okay, so Prague has a large and impressive garrison, and now that it's no longer being sieged, it can actually assist if we ride in. How close can Abarash get? It's going to be a little tricky because, yeah, there's a lot of enemy armies in the way. Oh, this army has a lot of actual Chaos Warriors, like real armor, real weapons. What is Abarash's army made up of? It's not great, actually. He does have Great Weapon, Great Guard, which I love. Where's my Banshee? My Banshee's over here somewhere, right? Can we kill one of these commanders? This guy's level 1. Level 1. Man, maybe none of their commanders are worth killing. Yeah, none of these commanders have more than like a single hit point or a single skill point. He doesn't really have any other way he could contribute. Oh, he could join an army. He could jump into somebody's army. Basically, there's no way for me to do a battle where I get to use both Isabella and Abarash. Chaos Rebel Uprising. A lot of their units are injured. I'm gonna go for this. We may have to manually control this battle to get it to turn out right. Magic resistance 25%. Who wants some magic resist? You guys. I think putting magic resist on a unit that has a significant amount of armor is probably a good idea, right? This just makes them really, really resistant to damage in general. Okay. That looks like it's going to tell me I lost if we don't manual this. He's got Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. He's got some wolves. He's got a lot of just big, heavy armored dudes. Is this a bad idea? Maybe I should bail. We have a lot of units that are particularly ineffective against armor. But we have vampires. And we have black knights. We have fear. And they mostly are not immune to that. I'm going for it. Now, this one I expect to actually be pretty difficult. We can probably kill the dogs pretty trivially. The bats can harry the marauders. So I don't know if we've actually fought many chaos armies in manual resolve. So what you may not know about the units, if you're just watching this, you haven't played the game too much yourself. These marauder units, they are mounted ranged units. They don't like to fight in melee. They throw axes. And they can be a real problem for some armies because it's hard to catch them, and they can keep throwing stuff at you while they're riding away from you. So I think the bats and the... obviously our Black Knights will be tremendously helpful in killing them, but I think our bats are mostly going to be on harrying these guys, because they're not going to do anything meaningful against the Chaos Warriors. A lot of the battle against the Chaos Warriors is going to come down to the Graveguard and Abarash himself. Now, we can still put in the ghouls against the Chaos Warriors, and the poison will still affect them. The poison really is a pretty significant stat debuff. And remember, we have all of our chariots and stuff, and while these are not actually great fighting units, it means we have a lot of regeneration aura effects, and we can probably keep our units in the fight for a really long time. And we have wizards. I think that this dude is probably also a wizard, based on the fact that his name is Hellcaster. Seems like a safe bet. We're not going to gamble. 23 is good. So we don't get to start in full Vanguard deployment like we do with Vlad. Do I want to start my dogs or my fancy ghouls up front? The fancy ghouls are stealthy. Now, he doesn't have any ranged units that I expect the ghouls to be able to catch. Alright. So I'm a little worried about the Chaos Trolls. I don't exactly know how tough a Chaos Troll is. They are pretty cool looking. Lots of teeth and tusks. And I imagine the Chaos Trolls are probably immune to fear because most monstery type units cause fear and as such are immune to it.
The dead are mine. Mortis engine.
Alright, let's put our various carts and engines in the middle here. I don't know why the game always wants to put some of my slow units so far back. We're on the attack, remember, so I have to be the one who leads here. Theoretically, they could just wait us out. This time, the knights are definitely in an aggressive role. Alright. So what are they going to do, I guess is the question. They're going to wait. Makes sense. I think we are going to advance. I'm going to send the dogs out one way, the knights out another. Doesn't have to be fast. And then we're going to take this block of units. I'm going to unselect you guys. And we're just going to... Oh wait, did I press the right button? There's a... If you control click, I think it is. It looks like I may have. It makes them stay in formation. Now these guys do have ranged weapons, so we don't want to just move our flying units right in on them. I'm going to advance basically in a ball here. So what does Abarash actually have as far as combat abilities go? Oh, that's right. He has a ton of stuff. Okay. I'm going to try to land a really good Wind of Death this time. I have been advised more than once that Wind of Death is completely bananas and that I should be using it more and doing a better job with it. So we don't want to leave these guys too far out to the side, because they have to be able to fall back, should it become necessary. Alright. That said, I'm not too worried about the bats. I think the bats can probably outrun the marauders if they have to, if they need to return. Okay, he moved him back out. A lot of our faster units are going to be on marauder harassment duty. Okay, I think we are not actually moving in formation, because these guys are slightly outpacing our other guys. We might want to fast forward this beginning part of the battle a little bit. I'm gonna like get all the way around behind them with the bats. I feel a little bit comfortable messing with them with the bats, because if we lose the bats, it's not really a big deal. If I try something stupid with my Vargeist and we end up having to do the whole battle with no Vargeist, I'm gonna feel it. So they're rearranging back there. They're not really getting much done. I'm kind of curious what happens. What if I just come around all the way behind them? What will they do? Alright, I think we're close enough to start issuing real orders now. So, let's figure this out. Now, the corpse carts don't... I wish we had access to the unit card a little bit during combat. The corpse carts don't really do damage. They're here to provide a helpful aura. So... Oof. Skeletons versus Chaos Warriors is going to be a real short battle. We're going to have to make some stuff happen here quickly with our good units. Alright, as always, crappy undead are for holding enemies in place. And I think we're just going to have to throw crypt ghouls directly at enemies. I don't usually use my crypt ghouls as tar pit units, but I've been talking about switching to them for that instead of the crappy undead for a couple of videos now, so I guess it's finally time to start doing it. Alright. Let's try to create a front of some kind. Move the corpse carts up. Move the mortis engine. Now, the mortis engine is actually capable of doing a little bit of charging, I believe. And it's time to start casting spells. Here we are. Purple Sun is really cool, but it takes so long to cast. I wish it was a lot faster. Alright. Let's see. Holy crap. Dude, it is so powerful. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's hit them with the ones that are getting... The ones that are a little bit ahead, I think we want to focus the flying units on. They'll have some Chaos Warriors back. I could have my dogs go after... Or my bats go after their dogs. I don't think that's worthwhile. I'm going to run a unit of dogs out to here. Let's see if we can... Well, the point is I want to get the dogs around, but I guess nothing I do is probably going to prevent me from taking a little bit of damage here. Oh, also, we maybe want to, like, actually... Well, no, they're not going to do a proper cavalry charge. I was thinking we maybe want to, like, set up a little bit and prevent a cavalry charge, but actually I think it's not even going to be an issue. They're not going to charge us. They're just going to get close and throw stuff, like you can see there. Alright, I'm going to try to get out to the side with Abarash so that we can get a long front. Actually, I should probably issue some charge orders now. I'm always a little reticent to tell the ghouls to move fast because they're so fast that they outrun everything else. But this is the time. We gotta establish a front line here. You guys should probably just hit like whatever's over here. Now, this was a unit of actual warriors that we blew up. Yes, good, good. I didn't want to have wasted all of that power on marauders. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to take all these units fast mode. Alright, go. I don't. This dog still want to fight Aberash, probably. Actually, no. I wanna get him all the way out here. This is maybe crazy, but I'm trying to find the best possible wind of death. All right. Can he cast while running? He kind of can. Oof. Friendly fire. A little bit of friendly fire. Okay, that's fine. So Aberash could use a little support. I'm actually going to have these guys break and fight those guys. Bats are doing things. Dogs have come around and can now get in behind everybody. Where are my knights? I see this strategy has been extremely successful. Alright, let's return to the battlefield, shall we? What does your spell do? Yeah. Let's hold out a little bit. So, where is the biggest concentration of enemy units? Over here. This might be risky, but I'm doing it. Okay, we'll get Camilla over behind these guys. She's an incredible fighter. When she gets her flank going, it'll be real good. We don't actually need to keep the carts on this side of the battle, I guess. Like, they could be behind and causing morale damage, right? Get some healing going. Okay, that kind of wandered. Don't run into that.
It shall be. Lead them.
Okay, their dogs are all messed up, but they're coming. Here's a unit of Chaos Trolls that for some reason was not engaged properly. Dogs, please flee. This is the unit of Chaos Warriors that got hit with the Black Sun, or the Purple Sun, rather. I'm going to have our Knights charge these guys directly. See if we can drop on those dudes. These bats are getting their asses kicked. Bats are so bad, man. That's frustrating. If I told the Mortis Engine to just charge these dudes, what would happen? Can a Mortis Engine actually beat some Marauders? It's hard to know. We don't really have a good read on what those things are capable of. And, I guess it's worth noting, we do still have the Fireball Ring. Let's save it. He's going to resolve this combat that he's in, probably. I didn't say stop. Alright, Dog Charge is going to hurt them a little bit at least. Oh, it's scaring them off. Good enough for me. Starting to take a little bit of damage. I kind of want to use this early, so that it has time to cool down. Looks like we're doing a good job over here. Wow, they're actually, like, falling apart. Holy crap. Are all of their units scattering already? Hold on, who's still up? Who's in? There's one unit here that still has a red dot on the map indicating that it is not yet fleeing. Somebody kill him. Here's how we'll do that. I haven't Spirit Leeched anybody in a while, but this'll finish the job. Don't let him get away. Aw, she didn't even get there in time. Okay, that went Pyrrhic victory. I was gonna say that went spectacularly for us. Yeah, look at that. We lost. How did I lose 154 bodies? The damage here looks very minor. The Mortis Engine even killed a guy. And man. That's so weird. It's so weird that it says 154 losses for us, 146 for them. But our army looks basically fine, and their army looks completely obliterated. How many bodies are in a unit of skeletons? I'm assuming these two units of skeletons make up the majority of the damage. I guess we lost a lot of bats, but, bats. We're gonna have to we're just going to have to stop hiring bats altogether. On the whole, though, I think a pretty successful battle here, and this will allow Abarash to assist Isabella. Maybe not this turn, but now the road is open. If we can get Abarash up to the north, I kind of want to turn. I'm a little torn about what to do with Vlad. Vlad needs to. Somebody needs to siege this Kislev city that's just to the west of Vlad, and I'll show you. We'll check out its garrison when we hit the world map again. But also maybe Vlad needs to immediately reverse course and come back, because maybe we need all three of our armies together. Sorry, the three of our armies that are not in Britannia together. I gotta go check on Britannia as well. Alright. Pyrrhic victory is just straight nonsense. Let's take a replenishment. A smallish replenishment. Now, these guys are rebels, so they won't receive backup from any other army. No, it looks like they will, in fact, receive backup from these guys. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah, it's a Chaos Rebel Uprising. It's a rebel army. It's not actually a Chaos army. Alright, what is the deal with this? They have a lot of Minotaurs. I didn't realize how ugly the north gets because we spent so much of our game last time on the other end of the world. Alright, how can you help? You can get to here. Okay. Then that is what we shall do. Let's start drawing blood. I mean, these guys are just going to retreat.
Into darkness.
Well, we can follow them to a position where they don't get any reinforcements. Okay, that'll help a lot. Let's take leadership bonuses. Wow, enemy leadership -9 in a region. Melissa Ratep, she deserves the Terror Incarnate trait. She is a total monster. Alright, what do we have left to pick up? What the hell, let's pick up Wind of Death. I need to check everybody's talisman slots and make sure. We have a bunch of these. Ooh, yes, flying. We have a bunch of these ward save talismans now. Let's make sure the people who have them, or the people who need them, have them. So Isabella's got one, right? Yeah, she's got one of the 15s. Emmanuel Posner is a melee fighter, so she needs... Yeah, she's got a 20. Madeline, you are also a melee fighter, and you don't have one. Okay. And also you're not wearing any armor, which is crazy because we have a ton of loose armor. And we'll give you a relic sword because you already cause fear. I don't need any help with that. Give you a potion of strength. Don't really have a lot of casting items. And while we're here, just equip followers. Okay, I think we're all of our things are properly equipped now. I want him on a horse, right? Well, I want him on a zombie dragon. So yeah, let's start up that path, shall we? Neither one of these guys really has much movement left. It doesn't look to me like I would be able to hit this army. Oh no, just barely. Alright, a very successful turn. We are running fools down at an incredible pace. Yeah, our army doesn't really need much replenishment rate. I'll take this now. +5 leadership when attacking on the entire army. That's pretty fantastic. And a magic resistance thing, which I'm a little bit less keen on. There's a lot less magic damage going around. Alright, Melissa Ratep, of course, needs more badass points. So Prague's garrison is in range to reinforce both these guys, but they're no longer in range to reinforce each other, which makes me a little bit nervous. I may have overplayed my hand a very small amount here. I guess I could put her into March, and let's group up nice and tight here. You are okay. You're actually walking up this tree. We're gonna get to the top of these spells and see what's what. Penumbral Pendulum is cool sounding, at least. That's very expensive for an upgrade that might fail to complete due to violence. What's the garrison size right now? 16, and I mean it has Grave Guard and stuff. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna trust. I'm going to trust that we're going to be able to hold this. It's going to have to become a total fortress, though. Oh, our Banshee doesn't have any actions performed yet this turn. What is this guy? This guy could assault our units or our garrison. That would be annoying. And I'm not particularly concerned about any of these dudes. Really? This dude's just really hard to kill. Oh, because there's a debuff to a success chance for having recently killed somebody, right? And you can't do anything meaningful on an army. These guys are already closed up. I guess we're just going to have Breath of von Karstein sit idle for a turn. Okay, let's... Bruno, are you doing things? You're lowering the cost of building here? I guess we do need to put this up. And we are 10 turns off. Wow. What if I give us plus 20 growth? Yeah, that'll cut a turn or two. It's also, though, losing the tax rate bonus. You know what? I'm not too worried about it. How about you? This one matters a little bit more. Okay, so we have all the recruitment buildings. We don't have this, so we can't recruit Mortis engines here, but that's probably fine. I'm going to start up an ancient armory. I want to be able to recruit knights on this side of the continent as well. Okay, finally, let's pop over to here. Okay, public order is positive. We can just hold out, man. Alright, I have a hard time imagining that it's wrong to get the hunger on one of our lords. And let's see how the Bretonnians feel about us.
What do you want?
I want peace between our kingdoms, man. And military access so I can ride south and fight dudes. Well, his opinion of us is still rising. Would he have taken any of this? Okay. Okay. That's a lot of extra money. What are we making from trade now? Our trade's over 2k. That's fantastic. Okay. So if we can get a similar deal out of Bordelot, and Bordelot seems to like us quite a bit.
Bow before the rightful laws of this land, and I will.
Awesome. Awesome. Defensive alliance? Can we just, like, grow out for a while? No? Okay, well. Okay. We don't actually need military access, I suppose. We don't need to ride through these lands to get to Tilia and Astalia. We can go over the ocean. I'm a little reticent still to leave our stuff because, first of all, public order will crater if I do, and secondly, as soon as we leave things open, I think we'll be attacked. So we're just going to leave these guys in place for now. How are we doing on our count? We are at 11 provinces. Let's take a quick look at the map. So obviously, all the orange is us. So it wouldn't be too hard for us to get control of Southern Oblast. Oh, this is the Ostermark. Well, whatever. It wouldn't be too hard for us to get control of Southern Oblast and Talabekland if we actually accept a military alliance. So that would add 2. We can probably take over Nordland. That could be 3. This could be 4. Northern Oblast. And then, what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so actually we probably don't need to ride south. The fact is we have to kill Bretonnia and Bordelot anyway, eventually. Or we have to convince them to an alliance. So, yeah, I guess I'm not going to worry about it, Astalia and Tilia. If we can just claim the north and hold it and get this situation figured out, we're good. And I don't think we actually... Yeah, we don't care about Archaon. Archaon can be out and running around the map. It'll be fine. Oh, that's right. Britannia and Bordelot can't be vassalized. They have to be actually destroyed. Okay, well, one thing at a time. We'll be friends until we can afford to bring our whole army down here.
Darkness.
Alright, the final thing to determine is Vlad. Vlad could go and siege Wolfenburg. Wolfenburg's garrison is tiny and weak. And this would give us... it wouldn't quite give us control of this region, but it would be a start. And I believe these guys are on 2 settlements now, right? Are these their only settlements? Yeah. Okay, if we can get rid of Kislev, that's going to make things a lot easier. Alright, I think that's the plan. Vlad is going to Wolfenburg. Wolfenburg has a gold mine, which is another strong incentive. Just checking to see if anything's a strategic location for us. I don't know enough about the Warhammer lore to know which places are meaningful to. Okay, I think we're actually cool. I think we're good. And so that, unfortunately, I know it's only like a couple of turns, but that's going to have to be where we call it for this video. Come back next time. I think we've turned this war. I think it would be very difficult for these 3 stacks to beat us. So come back next time to see us obliterate Vargan scaling armies, maybe crush a war herd or 2. Basically, I feel like everything's going our way. And nothing could possibly change that. And we'll see you then.